Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Thursday, September 12th, 2019. Well, it's been a few hours. We finally got a little bit of money into the market after really a pretty awful last few days. Market pretty much getting bludgeoned and bled dry once again. So where are we sitting at today? We see Bitcoin sitting currently at a price of 10,354 on its daily low, a low price of 9,940 and a daily high of just a few minutes ago at 10,369. So what we've seen here is probably about 5-6 hours ago. I mean, the market has literally been stale and slightly ass backwards here for the last few days, and literally just a few hours ago we're finally starting to see a little bit of money coming back into the market here. So over at coincheckup.com, we've got our last 2 weeks of the overall market itself, and as we can see, these last few days have just been just god awful. The support literally has been holding for a while now, back at that 245 to 255 mark, and it's nice to see something actually coming in here now. So this is the time frame we've been talking about for the whole year, 9 months into the channel, and we've been literally waiting. We've been talking about it for so long now. Was that week after September long weekend where we should actually start to see something finally coming in, and hopefully the money that we're literally seeing in these last few hours, I mean, you got to be skeptical, obviously, but I mean, this is the time period that I've personally been waiting for the market to finally dummy up and actually lead us out of this, nearly 2-year bear market. And hopefully this is the catalyst, because this is what we've been talking about. All of the summer's done now. Every long weekend's out of the way. September long weekend is the last long weekend. Most people actually don't vacation too much during that time. So a lot of the people have been home. They're getting some paychecks in, and hopefully this time period right now is the catalyst for us to finally get out of this just disgusting bear market that we've been seeing for so long now. And let's just go have a look and see who's been getting what here today. We'll just do the last 24 hours and we'll do the top, well, let's do the top 50 or so, because the last couple of days have just been so disgusting. So now we see the overall market sitting at just under 265, trading volume of 48 billion. Bitcoin's dominance rising again. When we did our video the other day, I do believe Bitcoin was at 69%, 69.3. Now we see it's back at almost 70.3%. So let's check out our last 24 hours, because really the money's only come in about 6 hours ago. So we're not going to see too much. Let's see if anyone's gained. Let's go at 10% in the top 50. Cosmos is having a really good week and still having an outstanding 24 hours at plus 23%. So far, nobody over plus or negative plus 10. Let's just go through our top 50, and then we'll get into some articles here for you guys. KuCoin shares on the week at 12%, on the 24-hour over 10% still. Oasis City, hey, little GNR in the background for that one, right? Never heard of it. Must be a brand new entry. Trading volume is only at 500,000, so to me, not taking it seriously whatsoever, but regardless, 59% over the last 24 hours. So let's get into some news for you guys. We found a couple of things, one with Ripple, a couple that kind of go back and forth with Bitcoin and where the price is going, and a Pundi X announcement. Now it's new blockchain integrated phone, and this is just from a couple of hours ago. You may have heard of Pundi X. Well, they're coming out with a new blockchain powered telephone, following in the same footsteps as Samsung, HTC, and the most recent LG. Okay, so we're going to go through what they're calling it is dubbed Block on Block. The nickname for the phone will be Bob. Will run completely on Function X, the company's bespoke blockchain. Pundi X, which sets itself up as a blockchain point of sales solution. The phone is blockchain based, but despite this, it will also include interoperability with the Android operating system. Users will be able to switch from Function X to Android in just a click of a button. This leads to new opportunities in a wider audience. So again, I like articles like this because I like cryptocurrencies that actually have a physical working product that's being used. And it was only, I think 6-7 months ago where Pundi released 1,000 demo phones. And now you start to see the success of whatchamacallit, of the beta, and now everything that's coming in. The first phone will be available for pre-order for just under a shade under $600 on Kickstarter in the fourth quarter of this year. At first, production will be limited, with Pundi X supplying 5,000 units of the phone, which will be designed as a prototype before the device is officially launched. So again, this is what we've been talking about. From idea to being able to service a customer generally takes 2 years. From that thought in your head to actually going through all the paperwork and getting it and physically doing it, minimum 2 years. And now we start to see the results of proper testing and a proper product. So I see big things happening for Pundi. Love what they're doing, and continued success to them as well. So actually, we'll save these last two Bitcoin articles for last. If you're a Ripple person, I'm just going to briefly go through some of this. This is over at Cointelegraph.com, and then you can click onto the link as well. It's with in regards to the CNN interview this morning, and over here you got the link to that as well. On September 12th, CNN's Julia Chatterley started the interview with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse by saying that CNN has been looking at ways cryptocurrencies can be a force for good, before progressing to discussion of whether Ripple is actively dumping XRP on the market, as some of the XR community have alleged. XR community is threatening a takeover. In the XRP community, Ripple is the largest owner, and we, as Garlinghouse says, we are the most interested party in the success of the XRP ecosystem. Building RippleNet and supporting other biz building with XRP, i.e. Dharma and Forte. Reality is we decreased our sales by volume QQ, and since then the inflation rate of XRP circulating supply has been lower than that of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is just one of those ones. If you want to come out and you're a Ripple guy, you want to come check this out, it's got the link over to the interview right here for you guys. Click on that and then you can see it. Now let's get on to our two Bitcoin discussions here. One is over at the dailyhodl.com. Crypto analyst says Bitcoin will hit all-time high before next halving on a long-term path to $100,000. Okay, so these next two articles, I just wanted to post up the website and where you can come read them. I want you guys to come and check these out, because one says one says the other. And for me, this one here is kind of a common sense article, but to come out now in September of 2019 and say before May of 2020, Bitcoin will surpass its all-time high of $20,000. That for me, that would be common sense if you're somebody writing these articles right now, because people that know this market and see what's happening right now, with the amount of damage this market has taken in the last 3 months, it's an absolute shock that the price of Bitcoin actually didn't go backwards all the way down to that 6,500, back to that 5K mark. Whereas if we saw these kind of developments in 17 and 18, it would have went all the way back down to $3,000. To see the lines of support with new people in the market this summer after getting the market crushed, and basically see our low right now sitting at 9,200, there's no doubt in my mind that we are not only going to surpass 20 grand here, definitely by the end of this year. 20 grand will definitely happen this year, absolutely. But to say it's going to hit it before May of 2020, I mean, that you're not really extending yourself or writing anything special that so many people in social media have been talking about for so long. So that's one for you to come and look at here. And the other one is over at Cointelegraph.com. And this one's a little bit of, it seems like it's a little bit of the people at Cointelegraph with the guy that wrote the article, kind of battling some of the people on Twitter a little bit. So this one here's for more of you T&A guys. And it says, no, the Bitcoin price is not like a 2018 descending triangle of doom. Okay, so before we get into this, and we've talked about this so many times on the channel, stop taking the past charts from 18 and 17 and 16 and 15 and 14. I wish people would fucking stop doing that, because it's not the same investors anymore. It's not the same investors. It's not the same money. It's not the same mentality. It's not the same education. None of it's the same. And each couple of months, the market is continually changing. And until the entire cryptocurrency market reaches around that $4 trillion mark, it's still a small market, and everybody's just going to come out and talk about everything that they want, and nobody will ever come out and, other than a guy like me, when I can be wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong on the channel. Eat crow, no problem. But so many of these people bring up the past stats, and it's just so misleading and so uninformative, and that's why you, the viewer, have got to be able to come out and read it. You can't read an article like this and believe it right away. You can't read an article like this and come out and believe it right away. This is where you, the viewer, got to be a little more responsible as the new guy in this space, and come and just dive a little bit deeper. So anyways, we haven't got much more. We see the price of Bitcoin still crawling up inch by inch there. Very nice to see some love and some money coming into the market. But as we still see, Bitcoin is still sitting at, let's see here now, 70.26%. So still extremely high. Ain't got much more to say. We just wanted to come out and show some cool articles here. And again, you just got to be careful with the TNA guys, with all of the articles and all of the FUD and the FOMO, and be a responsible individual in this space. Spend a few minutes. Google is your friend. Go ask it some questions. Backtrack a lot of this stuff, because if you're brand new in this space, when you're reading it, you're more than likely you're inclined to believe what you're reading, rather than spending an extra 7 to 10 minutes and actually backtracking it. So that's all we got for you guys today. Be safe out there. We'll probably get back to you on the weekend here. This is 88, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.